Welcome to The Brad Taylor, where we have a purpose and passion for business. I'm so excited today to be with my daughter, Grace. And for those of you that have teenagers, you know it's hard to spend time with your kids when they're busy and they're active and they're doing all these things with their friends. So when I was releasing one of my videos with my wife, my daughter says, I need to be on this thing. So, Grace, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 17. I'm a senior in high school, and I'm a dancer. So I spend a lot of my time at rehearsals and dance and school. So, yeah.
And how many days, on an average, do you think you go to dance practice? 4 days, 5 days?
Like four or 5 days a week.
And sometimes you're there till what? 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, 9 or 10.
So Grace also has a YouTube channel, and she's awesome. What's the YouTube channel, Grace?
My YouTube channel is just Grace Taylor, and on there I post every Saturday, and I just post like hair, makeup, everything.
And what's the video coming out this Saturday?
This Saturday I'm posting a video with my niece, Taylor, his granddaughter.
Yep, her name's Taylor as well.
Yeah.
And that's going to be awesome. She wouldn't show me the whole video. She only showed me a little piece of it. So one of the questions I have for you, I'm excited to be here with you, is tell me about how you stay organized.
Okay, so I brought all my stuff that I use. I use my phone also a lot to stay organized, but I have a lot of planners and just like things I use. And then I use the calendar app on my phone.
Because my new book's coming out, Intentional Success, The Power of Entrepreneurship, in January, and I have a chapter on organization, using whatever system that works for you. I kind of talk a little bit about what has worked for my wife and I previously. I talk about focus boards, but Grace is so organized, and I want you to talk a little bit about what you do, because what I do is I write everything down in a journal. I still use the electronic method, but I take notes on everything. Wherever I go, I write notes down. Grace, how do you do it?
So for school, this is last year's planner since the school year hasn't started, but I have my own planner for school that I just like write in. So like you can see I have stuff in here from last year, but I just would write in that. But then for YouTube, I have something totally different, and this one just says YouTube. So I just like plan out whatever I'm doing in here and this one. And then I have a big planner that I just put whatever I have for like my week or whatever, just like overall in my.
So you did a video recently, maybe a couple months ago, on how to pack. Mm-hmm. And you talked about how you have all these lists of what to do. Tell me a little bit about that.
So I have a packing
journal.
Oh
my gosh.
And I have all my packing lists in there, but it's nice because I can look back on, if we're going on a cruise this year, I can look back on last year's cruise list and see what I packed and what I needed and what I didn't need. So I have that.
So when you go to Hume Lake, for example,
I have all my same list.
You have a list in there too. And that's another journal?
Yeah, but I didn't bring that one.
Okay. So how do you balance your time with school, dance, all the other activities you participate in? Tell us a little bit of how you do that.
So for school and dance, I have breaks in between my classes. So I'll bring my homework or whatever, and like my friends and I will go to Starbucks and work on our homework for our hour break or whatever. And then also just like at night. That's it.
So when you're dancing till 10 o'clock at night and you come home, obviously you probably are dragging to do homework.
Mm-hmm. Or I'll do it in the morning in my car.
Okay. In your car.
Uh-huh.
I mean before school, not when you're driving. Okay, just want to preference that. Let me see. I made some notes for our awesome. So when did you start to do YouTube?
I started.
What made you want to do that?
I've wanted to do a YouTube channel since like 7th or 8th grade, but I just like didn't know how to start it.
Yeah.
So this like last year, I did a bunch of research and all that stuff, and I watched a lot of videos on YouTube on people like how you should start a channel, and then in February I started mine.
The one thing you got going for you is in dance. How long have you been dancing? Since you were like 3?
Yeah.
You learn how to smile. So she does a much better job than I do. She always says I look mad when I'm doing a video, but it's really the passion. But for Grace, she just has this great smile, so it's natural for her to talk. Do you have to work at that, or is that just...
No, I just say, hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
Okay, so what else? I have a couple other things. How do you stay positive? Like, you know, as a teenager, with all the things you do, how do you stay so positive and uplifting?
With what?
Well, like you're always positive and you're always motivational and you're always, you know, uplifting. You're not negative. So, is there something you do? What's your thoughts on that?
I think who you hang out with affects that a lot. And
I say that in my book. I say you hang around who you want to be around.
Yeah.
You hang around successful people, you can become successful. You will become successful because negativity truly drags you down. But go ahead.
yeah, I'm not gonna hang around people who are negative
Yeah.
because that's not fun.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that Grace and I have always done over the years, since probably middle school, is every time she has a dance, prom or homecoming, I take her shopping for the dress.
And I have videos on that.
Yeah, she posts videos in that. And I take her shopping for the shoes. And even though her mom, my wife Kathy, could take her, it's my special time.
You're
And
always the one to take me shopping, though.
I am always.
You always, and he'll just sit in the store, waiting while I'm trying on
Yeah,
my
so
clothes.
so last year I said, or 2 years ago I said, we're going to try something different. So we went to, where do we go? We went to Macy's, I think. Nordstrom's, Macy's. Wherever I sat in the chair. Nordstrom's,
For
I
homecoming.
sat in the chair and she kept coming out. And I said, it's like that movie, Pretty Woman, where he kept sitting there and yeah. So in a way, it's kind of uncomfortable because when you're shopping with your daughter, especially for a dress, all these moms are there and I'm like the only dad. It's even worse when you go shoe shopping because I'm the only dad in the whole aisle as she's walking up and down trying on shoes.
Yeah, but then when you need someone that's taller than you to stand next to with shoes,
So I'm your prop.
no.
So that's something we do special that we've always done. And, you know, the thing is, though, when your daughter or your son, once they start to drive, you lose that connection in a way because when they don't drive, you're able to drive them and their friends, and you can hear all the chit-chat, and it's so awesome. But then once they start driving, you're losing that connection a little bit, so you have to figure out other ways to reconnect. It's like when I want to have breakfast with Grace, I have to schedule an appointment, right?
Yeah,
Because why?
I'm busy.
You're busy. Oh, gosh.
I have a schedule.
She has a schedule. So you just came back from Florida, right? And you were there for a couple weeks. She goes every year, hangs out with our family, her sisters and brothers there that live there. And so you're a senior.
Yeah.
So what do you think you're going to do once you, I know you probably don't really know yet, but you're going to go to college and your plan is to do 2 years here and then maybe go switch to Florida because she really wants to go to school in Florida.
Yeah, so I've always just kind of wanted to live in Florida for a couple years. Maybe not like my whole life, but just at least a couple years. And so I toured USF, which is University of South Florida, and then UCF, which is University of Central Florida in Orlando. And I really liked both schools, but my plan is probably either going to be to do 2 years in California and then transfer out, or do some type of technical school and then transfer to a college.
Which school did you like in Florida better?
UCF.
Why?
I just felt like I fit in.
Culture,
more.
better culture?
Yeah.
That one's in Orlando.
Mhm.
Because Mom went to where?
USF.
USF. Well, Grace, this is awesome. I'm so excited we did our first video together. And I appreciate everyone watching this. And visit my website at thebradtaylor.com. And I appreciate everyone watching and following me on social media. You want to tell them your YouTube channel one more time?
Yeah, you can check me out on YouTube at Grace Taylor. If you search it, it just kind of comes up. And subscribe. I post videos every week.
And what is the thing you do when you end your videos? She goes like this.
No,
What do
I
you
don't.
do? What do you say?
I say bye, guys.
No, you always say subscribe.
You hit the thumbs up button, subscribe down below, and follow me on my social medias at Grace Taylor with 2 R's 19.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys.